Hello there guys, Feng here, and welcome to Northgard. Okie dokie then, Northgard is a real-time strategy with survival and simulation elements. It's best described as a big mashup of games like Warcraft and Civilization and a little bit of Banished in there. It's actually a really cool concept. The game is currently in early access, so please bear in mind everything that you see in this video is subject to change and all that bollocks. You should know all the drill by now with early access games. The game is made by Shiro Games, and that particular developer has made two other games in the past. One by the name of Evoland and the other one by the name of Evoland 2. Two very good RPG games that were based around the graphics, depending on what time period it was, which was kind of cool. I haven't played it myself personally, but I have heard really good things about it. So hopefully this game will be just as good, and that's what we're here to find out. One of the really cool things that I noticed while playing this, so I have played a few games already. One of the cool things is that I have tried to cover strategy games on the channel before, and the problem that I find with them is that I can never finish a series because of how bloody long they are, and you know, my attention span isn't as thing as it used to be, you know, as big as it used to be. So, you know, if I start to get bored, I think, fuck it, and that's it. And then I won't usually play the game again for a while. The great thing about Northgard is that the games are actually kind of short. And that's a good thing, because not everyone has the time or the patience to play a full round of, say, Civilization or Age of Empires and stuff like that. So, let's crack on with the options. Alright, not too many options here. As you can see, we have the game, you've got scroll speeds and all this. The one thing I would love, hopefully the devs will add in, is a mouse speeds slider. You've got scroll speed, which is nice, but it's also would be nice to have a mouse speed slider as well, because at the moment, this is actually, yeah, it's quite slow, the mouse is. I mean, I could change that in the windows. That's not too big of a deal, but it's usually best to have a separate game slider as well for them kind of things nowadays. So, yeah. Graphics options are fine as far as I'm concerned. There's nothing really. It's not a very graphically intensive game, so that's fine. Of course, you've got separate sound sliders. Always nice. Music's down because YouTube being YouTube and, you know, ID content flagging every single thing that's got music on. What are you going to do? The controls, now this might be a bit of a problem for some people. I know a lot of people that play real-time strategies like to have hotkeys and like them to be configurable. At the moment, there's no way to rebind the keys as far as I can tell. You might be able to via any files, but I haven't seen anything to do that. Bearing in mind, I don't really use key bindings or anything like that. I only use the WSD to move the cameras, really. So that's not really a big deal for me, but I know it's going to be a big deal for some other people that like to do that. So please bear that in mind. Hopefully they'll add the ability to do that at a later date. Alright, single player. So what we're going to do, just for the first game, is we're going to go ahead and crack on easy with 1AI, just to show you how the game flows. And it's already got my name in there, which is fantastic. Alright, so what colour should we be? Let's be blue. Actually, no, let's be green. Let's be the colour of the earth. Nice and green. Alright, let's pick a clan. So, clans are basically starting classes and clans that you can pick, and they'll have certain bonuses attached to them. So as you can see, the Fengferth class has it starts with weaponsmith knowledge, which increases warrior's attack straight from the get-go, which is quite nice, and your military units eat less food and provide more happiness, which is always nice. They also get fame bonuses, but we'll talk about a bit later. So this one is more towards the combat orientated clan. This particular one is more for getting more resources and whatnot. and this one actually starts off with more food and allows for more survivability. So it's either Hedron or Ikferun. I can't pronounce any of these. Don't ask me to. Right. So I think we're going to go with probably this one. The Hall of Skalds replace the brewery and produces additional fame. That's actually kind of cool. That actually allows us to get a fame victory a bit easier. But I think I may go for Hedron because food can be a huge problem early on. And starting with 3 sheep is pretty beneficial to start off with. Alright. Let's go ahead and do that. We'll start the game. I do believe the maps are randomly generated. I could be wrong. I didn't actually research to see if that was the case, but I think they are. I think they are randomly generated as far as I'm concerned. So from the get-go, it starts. You can't pause the game. Well, you can pause the game, but you can't do anything while you're... It's real-time strategy, so being able to pause the game would be a little bit cheaty, wouldn't it? So from the get-go, oh my god, that's actually not brilliant to start off with. We're behind this mountain here, and there's only 2 ways we can go from here, which isn't a very good choice to start off with. Alright, so here is our Vikings, or our villagers. So far we got 3. More will be generated in the town hall. This will generate over time, depending on your happiness, which at the moment is at 1. So what we need to do first is we're going to go ahead and build something. Let's build a woodcutter's lodge because we're going to need some wood. As you can see, our supply of wood is going down. Now, it being a survival game and all, you have to think about food and you have to think about firewood. And those are your 2 main resources that you need to make sure that you've got plenty of. Wood is not just used for firewood, it's used for building basically everything. So make sure you got plenty of wood. And food, well, I don't need to tell you what's going to happen if you run out of food. Yeah, you're going to die. Simple as that. So make sure you got plenty of food. One of the cool things about the game as well is that it has got a season system. So I think currently all it has is summer and winter, as you can see there. So summer, everything grows fine, but during the winter, not only are you not going to be able to grow as much stuff and get as much food, but you'll be using up a lot more firewood to keep warm. So bear that in mind. Alright, now that we've got this, what we need to do is we need to assign one of our villagers to be a woodcutter, and that's exactly what we're going to do. So we're going to go ahead, and the woodcutter is now just going to go ahead and chop some wood. Now the way the resources work is more civilization-esque. So you'd think that once he's chopped the wood that he'd take it and then you get a huge supply of wood all in one go. It doesn't work like that. You actually get a trickle. So as soon as someone is assigned to a certain thing, then they'll start generating that resource as soon as they're assigned. And it'll just trickle in rather than, be one big bulk. So bear that in mind. Alright, so now we need scouts. So as you can see, we currently can't see all that much. We can only see this tile and this tile. So if we build a scout camp, we can train a scout up and they can go out and start exploring places. That's really important because the only way to expand is to actually have a tile that you have explored. So very, very important. Now the good thing about our sheep, because we've started off with sheep, is that if you have at least 1 sheep in an area, it will reduce the need for firewood by 20% during winter. Very useful if you don't have a lot of wood to start off with. Alright, so we've now finished the scout camp. So let's go ahead and get a villager to go in there. There we go. Alrighty then, so scouts will automatically go and scout. You don't need to do anything with them, which is really cool. A lot of the stuff is actually nicely automated, and it actually does do a really good job of doing that. Sometimes scouts do decide to wander into the odd enemy or two. As you can see, we've got some Dragons here. I think they are Dragons. We can't actually select them just yet because we haven't actually explored these tiles, so that's something to bear in mind. Alrighty then. So we need more houses because we can't grow anymore. So up here is the population limit. So we've got 5 of 5. So building a house will increase that population limit. But we need to be careful because we can't just build a ton of buildings on one tile. As you can see down here, it gives you a list of how many buildings you currently have and how many buildings you can make. So we are going to go ahead and make a house because we are going to need more workers, more Vikings. Yarr, yarr. Ooh, so this one actually has a fertile land. That's perfect. So we can actually build a farm over here. Unfortunately, we're not going to be able to do it just yet because there is a nasty wolf that's guarding. Now, the one of the cool things is that your actual your tiles can get raided by NPCs and also the area as well if the area doesn't like you a lot. So yeah, we need to be careful of that. So we need to start building some defenses. So since we've only got one building space left, I'm going to go ahead and make a do. Yeah, I'm going to make a do. That's what I'm going to do. Now we need to make the training camp. All right. So I'm going to plonk it here, like so. We need to get rid of that wolf. That's the major thing at the moment. We need to get rid of this wolf. The one thing to bear in mind as well is because this is on a mountain side, we can't actually get over here from these particular tiles. So this is actually kind of safe where it is, which is kind of cool. Alright, so our scout has explored here. Brilliant. Ooh, there's a runestone there which provides lore. We'll talk about that in a little bit later. But as you can see, we've also got other resources here. We have crowns, which is the currency. As you can see, our town hall is generating +2, and our building located at the moment is -1. That might actually go down once this is built. The one thing to remember as well is when you're training up warriors, they will actually eat up more food, and I think even coins as well. I'm not 100% sure on that, but I think that might be the case. Is it done yet? It's getting there. It's getting there, slowly but surely. It is getting there. Wood is starting to get a little bit on the low side, but I think we can probably... Yeah, I'm going to get a villager to go ahead and be a woodcutter as well. So as you can see, each building has a maximum amount that you can have. So as you can see, we can only have 2 woodcutters here. Now you can upgrade. As you can see, we can train one more woodcutter, and then the production bonus is better as well if we was to upgrade this. We can't upgrade this because we need to upgrade the town hall. To upgrade the town hall, we need lots of wood, lots of crowns, and stone. Stone is actually a rather rare resource, and so is iron, and they get depleted very easily. So as you can see, there's actually an a stone deposit here that currently houses 20 stone. So yes, once that 20 stone is mined, it will actually become empty, and you won't be able to harvest anymore. Alright, so this is now done. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and get one of my villagers and turn into warriors. Now with that in mind, we're going to go ahead and take on this wolf. Now I'm hoping that this one can handle it on its own. If not, then we're going to be a bit screwed. But I think we should be fine. There we go, we did it. Right. So, so your Vikings won't actually heal all the time. You need to have an healer to be able to heal your units. And as you can see, if a clan member is wounded, they will actually have reduced production. Doesn't really matter too much for the warriors, but of course, having your warriors topped up is probably a good thing to do. So we're going to go ahead and colonise this. Now, to colonise tiles, you need to spend, usually it's just food. I think sometimes there will be another cost depending on what area it is, but so far what I've seen is just food. And this will give us extra free buildings and also give us access to that wheat. So let's go ahead and colonise. We've got plenty of food to do with, and winter is just around the corner, but we should be fine. There we go, and now this is ours. This is ours to do whatever the hell we want with. So what we're going to do is going to go ahead and make fields. So this is going to cost us half of our wood, but it's going to be worth it because it's going to generate us quite a lot of food. Now the one thing you'll notice straight away is that, oh god, there's no one to build this here. Yep, so what you have to do is you have to assign one of your villagers to assign to this tile, and then they'll start building. So there we go. So they don't automatically go to other tiles and start building stuff. You actually have to manually assign them. Okay, so there's another stone resource here, which is quite nice. We can actually colonize this off the bat, as well as this one if we really wanted to. Although it's now winter, so we probably don't want to do that. We've got -2 coming in. That's actually fine. We're gonna survive the winter with that, and our wood's actually quite high. We're not actually losing all that much firewood, which is good. And once we got this going, once we've assigned some farmers, we'll actually be generating more food. As you can see, I'm actually generating more food now than what we're consuming, which is good. Good. Alright then, so we have got a few more workers now, villagers, but I'm going to have to wait until... There we go. So we're going to assign 2 villagers off the bat to start farming, because that's going to generate us a lot of food. And also we have got space for 2 more buildings, so one of those will probably end up being a silo, which we're not going to do just yet. Alright, so we now have enough lore to pick a perk or pick a skill or whatever. So yeah, there is research in the game, as you can see, lore, and we can generate more of that by assigning room masters and stuff like that. So do we want woodcutters produce more wood, increase your military attack power by 20%, or trading? I think we should go with trading to start off with, possibly, just to get those extra crowns, because we're not generating a lot of money at the moment. One of the best ways to generate money is to start making the trading posts and assigning villages to generate income from that. Money will be used for quite a lot of stuff later on, so we do need to try and get access to this stone, so I think I'm going to go ahead and colonize this. Even though it's still winter, we have plenty of food. I am in no ways worried about that, and I'm going to go ahead and colonize this one as well. Now I do want to be careful about not expanding too quickly, because we won't have the defenses to actually handle these. In fact, there's quite a... Ooh, is that a... Oh no! So I haven't come across this one yet. So that actually makes it harder to build in this area. That's interesting. Although it has got access to fish, which is nice. This one has forest. It's got an iron mine there. All right. So this one it's only got 2 buildings. This one, which is a bit unfortunate. So, but then again, one of those is the law building. That automatically counts as a building anyway. So that doesn't really matter too much. So what we want to do is go ahead and start building a mine. Where's the bloody mine? There it is. So we'll build a mine right next to it, and we are going to need a villager to go ahead and do that. One of the things you might have just noticed as well... Oh, it's summer again, fantastic. One of the things you might have noticed as well is... Oh shit, what was I saying? Oh yeah, we need more villagers. We haven't got enough villagers and whatnot. So we need to start thinking about possibly upgrading this soon. We can't do it just yet because we still need that stone. I think I'm going to get my other villager and start researching stuff. But what we are probably going to need is a healer as well. I'm not going to be able to build it on this. Actually, no, because they can't reach us from there anyway. So I think maybe building it over here might be more beneficial at this point in time. Let me see how many. We got 3 buildings here that we can build. One of them's going to have to be the mine, but that's fine. And then we'll go over healers. So I'm going to go ahead and start building the healers up now. So you can go over there and start focusing on that. You're fine for now. Just try not to go too far out. Yeah, we need to think about our housing situation. So what I might actually go ahead and do is we've got spare 2 buildings here that we can make. So I'm going to go ahead and make a house and then make a silo. That's what we'll do. So, oh yeah, we need another villager. Oopsie. Go ahead and start building. One of the cool things about the villagers, if they aren't doing anything, then they'll start trying to gather food, as long as there is a place of work that will accept the food. So for a good example is here. So this particular villager isn't actually doing anything, he's being idle, because there's no actual way to deliver food to anywhere because there's no building that actually does food. The buildings are, of course, the town hall, and of course these. I think silo counts as a food storage place as well, so you can store food there. So I'm going to go ahead and turn this one into a healer, and he can start healing our warrior up, which is obviously in dire need. So as you can see, it is a bit slow, but I think that's kind of on purpose because it's trying to get it so that you're not being suicidal with your villagers and your clans, or your clan members, I should say. All right then. So did we just generate another villager? I think we may have. Our scout was hurt exploring a new area. Oh dear. Right, so why don't we get you, Mr. Scout, to come and heal up. There we go. Should be able to heal up there. So we are generating stone now, which is nice. It's going to take a very long time. Obviously, putting the mine close to the stone will help, as far as I can tell. And I do think this is like the only build. The stone mine and the iron, the deposits. I think those are the ones that actually are affected by the actual timing of resources rather than over time. So as you can see, once this one has deposited the stone, it should then go up to 2. So these are the only 2 resources that actually do that. Yep, so I was right. Okay, and we've got more lore to so we could actually gain more lore production here. That might not be a bad idea. But I think I might want to go with maybe more wood. No, we don't need more wood. Let's go with military attack power. Let's get our military up since we haven't really got that many. Now our healer's not going to be doing anything. We can reassign him to go and do something else, and I think I might. I'm going to go ahead and reassign him to do some mining. We do have another villager free. I'm going to go ahead and make him into a warrior. Like so. There we go, he's now a warrior. Oh, and then I'll go ahead and drag him over here as well. Make sure that we are in a nice defensive position. An unknown clan has discovered the Wyvern Den. Oh, there's the Wyvern Den. Oh my god, that's a lot of fame. So, unfortunately I can't pause the game, but there is a few ways to win. I think, is it V? Yeah, so here's the victory conditions. We can win by domination, which is destroy the other player's town hall and become their master of Northgard. Fame, gain enough territory and raise your fame to obtain the title of king. Trade, which is actually the one that I won last night with. And wisdom I also won last night with. So these ones are actually kind of easier if you're not into... Oh shit, where's that being attacked? We're being attacked. Oh shit. Thankfully that wasn't too big of a deal. As I said, this actually can happen a lot, so you've got to bear that in mind. I think what I might do actually is I might go ahead and get that villager over there and get him over here. Now, I'm not 100% sure about this, but I think the healers can go to other squares. I'm not 100% sure about that. We're going to find out. It was weird because it wasn't... Yeah, he's in the miner now. So, yeah, that's actually really cool because that would be a lot of micromanaging if that wasn't the case. There we go. I just had to double check that because I didn't really see that on my other playthroughs. Well, my other... Yeah, when I played it last night. Right. I'm not too sure about if the scout's actually getting healed properly or not. Actually, that's something else to bear in mind. Although he has done his job pretty well, we can see a lot of stuff now. We haven't found the other AI yet, though, so that's something to bear in mind. Alright. So, oh, we've got another farm here. That's fantastic. Unfortunately, it's guarded by Dragor. Is it Dragor? Draogar? Zombies? Let's call them zombies. Oh, we got more lore. Fantastic. Alright. Advanced medicine increases your healing speed by 200%. That would actually be pretty... Increase your civilian's resistance by 30% when defending. Wow, that's actually kind of cool. Let's go with that one. Brilliant. So just our normal civilians will actually gain an increase to resistance while defending. That's actually really cool. Yes, please, we'll take some of that. I mean, I could split these up into separate tiles, and I think I might go ahead and do that. It doesn't seem like a bad idea. We're not getting invaded or anything as of yet, so it's not too big of a deal. All right, let's upgrade our town hall, and that will increase our population growth as well. All right. So this stone's going to run out pretty soon. We've got 3 stone left. We've got some more stone over here. I'm going to go ahead and actually think about making a mine. Let's go for that. And I'm actually going to go ahead and once you've got your stone, there's only 2 stones left. But once you've plunked that in there, you can make a start. Oh yeah, you need to be turned back into a villager. Right, you get turned back into a villager, and then you can start doing that. Our clan can't grow because it needs more houses. Oh no! Our scout died. Oh dear. Well, you know what? That's not too big of a deal. He has found out quite a lot of stuff already, so I'm not too fussed about that. I think what I might want to do now, though, is probably... How's our food? Our food's actually... Yeah, we've only got 500 capacity, so we might want to think about building a food silo over here. So food silos are really useful, because not only do they increase the max food that you can generate, but they also increase the efficiency. As you can see, increases the food produced in sale by 10%. Unfortunately, no one's here to help out with that, so let's go ahead and send a villager over there. Alright. So yeah, this mine is doing nothing now, but as soon as I assign him over there, he will be doing something. This one can just be raised, and we can destroy that for some resources back, as you can see. Right, let's go ahead and start thinking about a trading post. That's definitely something we should think about doing. And maybe we could try and win the crowns, the trade victory. I would like to do that. Right, so your healing's not doing anything. You're not doing anything. Go and do it, you dumbass. I thought I asked you to do it earlier on, but obviously not. One of the things we can also do as well, if we've got plenty of wood, which we kind of haven't at the moment, so I think what I might do is I might upgrade the woodcutter's lodge. There we go. Does cost some stone to do that, but you know we should be fine. We've got plenty, and we'll have even more soon anyway. So I'm going to go ahead and turn a villager into another woodcutter, and that will generate more wood for us, which is kind of important now because, as you can see, it is winter, and we are quite low on the old firewood there. So hopefully we'll generate more than what we need. One of the things I can also do is I can go ahead and assign a sheep over here, and assign another sheep over here, and that will decrease the wood costs as well for winter. As you can see, that might come a bit... Oh dear, that's not good. It's going to be a really harsh winter. We might get a bit cold. I believe the cold isn't as harsh as the being hungry. I think it's just like a general... You're still not doing anything, are you? I think it's just like a general debuff to everyone. That's cold. Ah, trading post is done. Fantastic. So we'll get 1 villager, 2 villager. That'll do. That'll generate some money for us. Hey, and we've got enough to... So your defensive towers will cost 30% less to build and repair, and will no longer use a building slot. That's actually pretty damn huge for defense. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. We haven't got the wood for it, but oh well. Alright. So I'm going to stick a cut in here then, guys. And next time we'll see if we survive the winter.